Alright, this is Kill 2. I'm here with Trisbic. This is Alliance Tournament 7, and we're looking at a match between R.E.P.O, which is R.E.P.O Industries, I think, versus Nebula Rasa. And for R.E.P.O, we've got a Slipner, a Claymore, a Nighthawk, a Tengu, a Rook, a Scimitar, an Ishkur, an Enyo, and a Crusader. Quite the spread.
And for Nebula Rasa, we have an Onieros, Thrasher, Eos, 2 Ishtars, a Dominix, a Proteus, and 2 Iteron Mark Vs. I'm hoping they're Battle Badgers. Well, Battle Iterons. Whatever the technical term is.
So for R.E.P.O, they've brought the command ships, or at least the 2 Minmatar command ships, and then some of their frigs into 0 on the beacon. And then their Nighthawk, their Rook, their Tengu, and their Scimitar are split at ranges on the way back from the beacon, while the entire Nebula Rasa team has warped to max range. So they look like a drone setup to me. They got a Dominix, 2 Ishtars, a Proteus. They're probably gonna, and an Eos, they're probably gonna drop sentries is my guess.
Yep.
So yeah, their sentries, also some armor maintenance bots. And then the R.E.P.O guys on the way out as quick as they can towards that blob of drone ships.
One thing worth noting, the Dominix came into the wrong angle again, moved and healed to 50. It has a local rep though, so it's at 3/4 shields, full armor, and half structure now. The R.E.P.O Iterons are getting lit up right now. Sorry, the Nebula Rasa Iteron is getting lit up right now. And the Nebula Rasa Onieros is at 3/4 armor. It looks like that's where most of the fire is going. It's dropping pretty quickly. Most of the R.E.P.O ships close that distance very quickly and are right on top of the Nebula Rasa team.
Yeah, the Onieros, the only ship really taking damage, that Nebula Rasa Onieros. He's at about 40% HP now. Most of the R.E.P.O team doing pretty well. I don't really see any damage. Remember, the sentry drones is what they're having to deal with, and they don't seem to be hitting much of anything. The Scimitar's taking a little bit of damage. It's at about 80% HP. One of the Iteron's taking a little bit of damage. The other one taking quite a bit of damage now. And that Onieros is about to drop his 50% structure, and that will do. So he's dead for Nebula Rasa, leaving still an Eos, Proteus, 2 Ishtars, Thrasher, 2 Iteron 5, and a Dominix. And all of the R.E.P.O team still in really good shape at this point.
Nebula Rasa still has sentry drones out, which is not helping them. I know that from first-hand experience. You need to drop your sentries when they get really close. And one of the Iterons for Nebula Rasa.
Yeah, we lost an Iteron. Not much other damage going on. Now an Ishtar on the Nebula Rasa team taking damage, and also the other Iteron 5. Still no damage whatsoever being sustained by the R.E.P.O team. There goes that other Iteron 5, so no more haulers in this match, unfortunately. And that Ishtar for Nebula Rasa now at about 50% HP. And I think I lost Trisbic, so I'm going to just keep on rolling. That Ishtar's at about 40% HP now. He's still the only thing taking damage. I'm trying to get a look and see if there's anything interesting going on. It's still just this Nebula Rasa team kind of in a bunch. The R.E.P.O team, close range ships, the command ships, the frigs are all on top of that bunch. This Ishtar now 50% structure and down, so they'll switch targets again, probably to the second Ishtar. And the rest of the R.E.P.O team still at good range. The Tengu, the Nighthawk, the Rook, they're out there just pelting away with missiles and jams, as would be expected. That second Ishtar now taking damage. He's at about 80%, 70% HP. They're having no problem at all bringing down these Nebula Rasa ships just one by one. Thrasher for Nebula Rasa now taking damage as well. It's at about 70%, presumably kind of a frig fight going on there to keep some of the damage off the Ishkur and the Enyo, even though they don't seem to be having any trouble tanking it at all. That Ishtar now for Nebula Rasa now in structure, 50% structure. He's dead. So now we only have an Eos, a Proteus, Thrasher, and a Dominix left for Nebula Rasa, and it looks like the Dominix is going to be the next to be taking damage. R.E.P.O team still fielding 100% of their original loadout, and no damage being taken whatsoever. So, for whatever reason, R.E.P.O's setup extremely effective. I'm guessing the Rook and maybe the Tengu as well fit with a lot of ECM, effective in breaking up the Nebula Rasa damage, and then you know, that with the sentries causes a lot of trouble. So the Dominix now 50% HP, 40% armor remaining, I'd say, and going down quickly. So we'll lose him. He's got smart bombs out, which is silly because he's still sitting on top of his own sentry drones. and there he goes. So now only an EOS, a Proteus, and a Thrasher left for Nebula Rasa. Still 100% of the original R.E.P.O team on the field. I'm trying to see what they're going to shoot next. It looks like they're going to shoot the EOS next. It's really just fish in a barrel at this point. They're not having any difficulty doing all the damage they want. Those two Minmatar command ships still sitting right on top of the Nebula Rasa team. And their tacklers moving around real quickly. Oh, we lost a ship. That must have been the Thrasher. The Thrasher finally died. So now only the EOS and the Proteus. It looked like the Thrasher kill was kind of an afterthought, or maybe he just got within range for the first time because he just went from half or 60% HP to 0 in one volley. That EOS now about 20% armor remaining. He is local repped. He's trying to bring it back, but it's not really doing him any good. Plenty of DPS from this R.E.P.O team. Originally, I thought it might be a little light on, well, not too light. I mean, it's good. The Claymore and the Slipknot are real significant. Wow, EOS bringing back all the armor. He's getting remote repped, I believe, by the Proteus. Yeah, Proteus is being used as a logistics ship in this fight, so probably part of the reason Nebula Rasa struggled so bad is that Proteus probably was locked down by the Rook and or the Tengu for most of the fight and couldn't do its job as logistics. Not that it might have made much difference since the damage output from the Nebula Rasa team was so small, but the EO is still tanking. He's bouncing from 50% armor to 10% armor back and forth, but now at about 40% structure, and he's gone. So I don't know if there was another jam or if it was just too much damage, but he is now dead, and that leaves only the Proteus. And I'm losing locks on everything in the arena for some reason, but there's still only a Proteus left at this point for Nebula Rasa. Oh, I know why I'm flying away from the arena. So that'll be all that's left for them, though, is to finish off that that one Proteus. We're gonna give another sound check here to Trisvik. Go ahead and try and talk, man. No, can't hear. So they're still just plugging away. The entire R.E.P.O team still intact. Really strong showing by them. Still just working on that Proteus, the logistics Proteus. We have seen a good mix of the Tech 3 ships used. Sometimes for logistics, sometimes for damage or jamming. I think the Tengu probably was an ECM Tengu in this fight since they had the Scimitar for logistics. And there goes that Proteus. Sorry, I couldn't update the HP because I didn't have a lock, but that will do it. That Nebula Rasa team, all dead, flawless victory for R.E.P.O. And I'll go back to Soundwave.